Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So today is the video that you guys have been waiting for. I've been plugging it every morning with you guys, but we're going to talk about health and wellness, the wellness center also that Mel has coming up that's opening early next month. But first, let me introduce beautiful Marie Scuderi from Boundless Love and Light Wellness Center. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for being here. I cannot wait to show everyone, especially the first video that we have to show everyone about the technology that you're introducing. So let's get right into that because I just want to throw it out there. You guys have to see this. It's amazing. So I'm going to share screen and we're going to watch this real quick. Do you want to introduce it first before I push play?
No, I think it's good to play it and then I'll speak afterwards. How's that?
That sounds awesome. Yes. Here we go. And you can see my screen, correct?
It looks good.
Oh.
We recently, probably about 2.5 weeks ago, we brought in the Therify machine. This Therify technology, the inventors are Dan Winter and Paul Harris. This technology is using phase conjugation, plasma light, noble gases. There's noble gases inside these bulbs here. And also the generator underneath, there are Nikola Tesla coils. So the story about how I got this dead light bulb, this is a dead light bulb. We got this about 2.5 weeks ago, the technology. The same day the elevator lights went out, they died. So on a Sunday, my partners and I came in, we put the technology, we set it up. I then went to the recycling dumpster, picked this dead light bulb out of the recycling dumpster. No, I did not climb in it. I managed to get it out with a stick. And I'm about to show you the power of this technology. There's an energy field being created in between these two lights. So I'm about to show you the power of this Therify technology. That's amazing. When I showed a video of this lighting up to my 15-year-old great nephew, he was like, his jaw just completely dropped. He was so excited, as are we. So this is the power of the energy field that our members are laying in. And, for anybody who's interested in purchasing this technology, this is the energy that you're offering to your members. That high frequency energy can then communicate with the cells of your body, feed the cells of your body, and help your body, with its own innate knowledge, start to heal. So we are incredibly excited to have this technology with us. I've just demonstrated what happens when we come out of this field. So obviously we want our members laying right in the field of this phase conjugation plasma light technology. I hope that excited everybody, and thank you for your time.
Amazing. Wow. So tell us about this, Marie.
Okay, so it's been renamed the Plasma Medbed. It is, as we mentioned, Dan Winter and Paul Harris created this technology. It originally was invented by Nikola Tesla. Wow. So most people know about Nikola Tesla, created free energy as well as other healing technologies. Yeah. And my understanding, and some people may know this, is that he actually got the information about this healing technology and free energy from the ETs. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. Mm-hmm. And of course, we know what happened to Nikola Tesla. We can't have, PSE&G going out of business. So not making money off of us, right? Yeah. So Nikola Tesla was no longer, and then Antoine Priori took it over. And I believe Antoine Priori was in France. And then when he passed away, and I don't know how he died, but when he passed away, so did the technology. And so recently, it was about 7 years ago, these two inventors that I mentioned earlier invented this technology again, but made it more user-friendly. So that's actually portable. We move those bulbs, we move those the end tables that the bulbs are on to focus specifically on a particular organ if necessary. For instance, like Jerry, who we're going to speak about later on, Jerry came to the center for 8 days, and he used the plasma Medbed in the morning and the afternoon, along with the EE system.
Wow.
He lived in the EE system for eight days. He's actually there for 9 days, but there was one day that he was at a hotel. So we focused it particularly on his prostate because the man had prostate cancer. My mom uses it. She has macular degeneration. She was getting shots for over 2 years.
God.
And it supposedly stopped the blood vessels from bleeding, but she was still having blurriness. So she, after using it about 8 times, 30% of her vision cleared up. So she's still coming. So my mom's 94 years old, so it could take her a little bit longer than the average person. And then she also has bursitis in her hip. So we just started recently putting it on her hip. So the light bulbs are on either side of her hip. We had a woman who had dropped a shower head on her foot, and she was in incredible pain. And within a half hour, the swelling went down, the pain disappeared. We directed it specifically on her ankle. That's where the injury was. So again, I spoke in the video about how it's the energy field is being created between those 2 light bulbs. And it isn't that you're not getting some outside of that, let's say the bed area. You're getting some, but it's not going to be as intense. So we have that in the same room as our EE system, but we are lucky in that we had that back area of the room where the EE system was not, and we could put it back there. The story why I bought the plasma Medbed, I had actually been calling this gentleman. I was looking for, somebody told me to buy the Terra Wand. And actually Mel Carmine, who you mentioned earlier, who has Staying Alive, he sells the Terra Wand if anybody is interested in that. I bought that for my hair loss. So I didn't know Mel sold it at the time. So I went through the gentleman and I ordered the Therify. And I was telling the man how I had an EE system center. And he said, oh, well, he knew about it. He knew about the EE system. And I explained to him how I wasn't seeing enough of results for my members with cancer, particularly members that, had serious cancer. A few of them had died, which of course was really difficult for me, albeit, they had had cancer for so many years. And we've since learned that they need to be using the EE system much more than just a few hours a day. If you can help something with like cancer. But the gentleman that I was speaking with, he gave me like an hour and a half of his time, and he talked to me about this plasma Medbed, and he said, this is what you want for members with cancer. So I bought it particularly with my members with cancer in mind. However, this is like the EE system in that it will help your body to heal from anything. So you don't need to just, we're getting some feedback. You don't need to just think, oh, this is only for people with cancer. No, this is for it's energy healing. So it can't be specific for anything, but it was invented specifically with people with cancer in mind by Antoine Priori, at least. So there's a whole video on our website, which I think you put below, but it's Boundless Love and Light Wellness Center. If you go to the video page, there's a whole video speaking about how this was invented specifically with cancer in mind. And that's like an hour-long video, and then there's also a couple shorter videos for people who don't like to watch the long ones, which I don't blame them. I'm similar. Because it really grasped me, So so we've been testing it out, and I've only had it about 2 months, but we've gotten good results so far. What else can I tell you? I do want to speak before we move into the story about our member Jerry. I do want to speak a little bit about making it clear that it is not the technology that is healing your body. It's creating a higher frequency spirit, in my mind, it's a higher spiritual frequency. The EE system creates a fifth dimensional higher frequency. We live in a third dimension. Probably your listeners probably know about Ishmael. No, I've heard of Ishmael Perez.
Oh yeah, he's on my show. Yep.
Okay, so Ishmael Perez was on with Ileana the Star Traveler once, and I watched that show, and he said in the fifth dimension, we're in perfect divine health.
Yes, and we're almost there. We're almost there.
These technologies are offering us this higher frequency energy.
Yes.
And so it's that higher spiritual, higher frequency energy that feeds the cells of our body, that gives the cells of our body that higher energy it needs to start to heal itself. Cancer cells cannot live in the energy field of this technology.
Right. Yeah.
So, and neither can any other illnesses. But what people do not quite understand is this isn't something that if you have, especially if chronic illness, you can't expect to go 3 times or 4 times and you're going to heal something.
Right.
Like cancer or fibromyalgia or, chronic bursitis or whatever your chronic issue is.
Mm-hmm.
If we're living in third dimension 99% of the time, we need more. So what we found is the members that have been the most committed. So like our members with cancer, they sleep there every Wednesday night as a group. And we've been doing that since the beginning because my heart just goes out to people that are with cancer. And then, they'll also come during the week as well. But every Wednesday night, we have one gentleman, William, who's been coming since like December. And he slept there every Wednesday night and stayed all day on Thursday for several months. And then he couldn't take off of work on Thursdays anymore. So he just slept there every Wednesday night. At first, it seemed like his cancer had grown. But as time went on, we have a little video testimonial of him. I didn't bring it for you, but where his tumor shrunk in half.
Wow.
Which, we cried. He cried, you cried. I mean, this is, your audience probably doesn't know, like, I came out of retirement to open up this healing center.
Yes.
There was nothing on this earth that was going to make me come out of retirement, except God said, Marie, I want you to open up a healing center. You're not finished working yet. So here I am. And I'm not sorry. I mean, it was hard at times owning a business again, but my joy has always been from a little girl. Always been helping the world. Always been helping people. Like in any way, it's my friends, it's my family. That's where I get joy. And that's the only place I get joy. Is helping people. So when I go in and I interact with the members, and I've brought on 2 partners recently, which taken off some of the stress of owning a business, they feel the same way. Like we're happy working because we're interacting with people and we're helping people,
and that it's contagious, that energy. The more we help people, the more rewarding our lives are. That's why I'm joined with Ascent Nutrition as well. And all of our followers, most of them already take very good care of themselves. So they've been very excited to hear about your technology combined with Ascent Nutrition, the algae DHA, all of it combined with some quantum healing, all of it.
Yeah, I love that you brought in the nutrition piece because that's another thing. You can't expect to go out and eat pizza and burgers and French fries every day and then come in here. It's not that you won't heal.
Right.
It's that it's going to make it so much harder.
Yes. Longer.
So with that, Jerry, we can talk about Jerry and show his test results.
We got his results.
Jerry actually is a friend of Mel Carmine's. And since Mel's center, Staying Alive in Melbourne, Florida, wasn't open yet, he asked me if I could let him stay at my center. So he stayed with us for 9 days. One day he stayed in a hotel, and he stayed with us for 9 days. He used the EE system 24 hours a day. And he used the plasma Medbed. Originally, we started him a little slow because we need to make sure it's not too much for the body. And he would do a half hour in the morning and a half hour in the evening, in the afternoon. And then as the days went on, his body was quite able to take he was living in the EE system, so his body was quite able to handle 1 hour of the plasma med bed in the morning and 1 hour of the plasma med bed in the afternoon. That is where we're finding phenomenal results. People that are either doing like a week-long retreat or longer, if we can accommodate them, or people that are really sleeping there regularly and coming regularly and using both technologies. On this, I'm going to put my glasses on to show you this. So my partners brought in a technology called BioWell. And BioWell uses your fingers, all 10 fingers, to scan different organs of your body, to scan your energy field, to scan your chakra balance and alignment. And this right here is showing the organs. And if you look at the left side of this picture where there's 2 blue circles, we've circled it. That's the rectum prostate to the far left. And on the other side, that's the rectum prostate. He's in the yellow. We want people to be in the green and the orange, obviously. And the red is the best. Or pink, that's probably dark pink.
Yeah.
And then the serum prostate to the other side, he's further down in the yellow. Now, if you go to the other circle, which is the other side of his body, he's way towards the border of that, in the darker yellow. So that is not good.
No.
After 8 days, if you scroll up, we have the before of this.
Oh yeah. Wait. Sorry, guys.
I mean the after. We have the after.
Yeah. Let me go back here, and then we have his results, guys. We got his.
There you go. Now look at where our blue circles are now.
Wow. Yeah.
This is BioWell technology. This is our members are loving this because they can actually see. Because you always feel better when you come out of the technology.
Yep.
You always have more energy. Your mood is good. You're peaceful. But what's actually happening in the organs of my body? Well, this technology is telling us what's happening with various different things. Look at where his serum prostate is his rectum prostate is right now. It's in the green.
Yeah.
His serum prostate is in the green on the left screen.
Over here. And even this side, he's getting better. He's out of that.
Well, he was all the way out at the border with this. So even though he's not in the green, he's very close to the green.
Yeah, he's getting better. This is amazing.
This is a man who had prostate cancer, very serious prostate cancer. Wow. Now we also have his blood work if you want to pull it. So the blood work will now confirm what the BioWell, this energy technology.
You go back over here.
The energy technology is saying, okay, his prostate has gotten better. But now if people want to see the medical blood work, like the other end of it, it's going to validate that this BioWell technology is accurate, and it's going to validate that he did, in fact, have a lot of improvement with the prostate cancer. So I'll give you a moment to pull that up.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't stick to my list, but we do have his blood work, Jerry's blood results. Let's see, we've got the June one here.
Great.
Yeah. And then let me go back here. Sorry, guys. I had it all prepared, but here we go. June. So here's his June results.
Okay, so we're going to scroll down to where it says PSA. And for people that don't know, I don't really, forgive me, but I don't know what the prostate, did that say June on it? Is that the one that said June?
This is June, yeah.
Because I don't see the PSA. Scroll down further.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Did you? I know you had a bunch of different blood works. Oh, go to page 6.
Page 6.
If you go back to that and click, see where it says.
Oh, I see. How do I get to 6? Sorry.
I don't know. Do the.
Maybe if I do that, I don't know.
I was afraid this was going to happen. Oh, there you go. You got it.
Oh, cool.
Great. So PSA 40.15.
Wow. Okay, I see it right here. Yes.
That's very high. Yeah, if your audience can see that.
Well,
there you go. Perfect.
40.
Yep.
Okay.
Now let's go to the July. So that was 2 weeks before he came to us. And then the July was the day he got home. He got home on a Thursday night. On a Friday morning, he went and got blood work, if you can pull that up.
Yeah, and then let's go to July. So that would probably be page 4, the last page. Let's see. Oh, there it is. And then, oh my gosh, it got to 14.9.
It's not on the screen yet.
Oh, sorry, guys. I was looking. I'm getting excited. He got it to 14.9. That's pretty cool. Can you see that now?
There you go. Yeah, great.
Wow.
So what I love about that, as I said earlier, is, you know, for people that don't necessarily trust this energy technology, the BioWell, is it accurate? It just proved that the BioWell
There's
is
proof.
accurate.
I love
exciting. And it proves to the members that their body is healing, because you don't know if your cancer is getting better or not.
Yeah.
You don't know.
There's no way to know. It's silent. You don't know. Yeah.
You know, and this man refuses to do the radiation and the chemotherapy. And we have quite a few people who don't want to do the radiation and the chemotherapy. And I will never tell somebody what to do. You have to do. I had 2 brothers with prostate cancer while I had this technology.
Wow.
And they would not come to my center.
Aw.
And believe me, it broke my heart, because they went through hell with all of the they had to do a lot of radiation, and they're suffering from the after effects of all that radiation they did.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't do the chemo or the radiation. That is you listen to what your spirit tells you about that.
Yeah.
Regarding the plasma Medbed alone, after I purchased it before I even investigated it or researched it. My spirit was telling me to do this. But then I called, there's a handful of centers in the United States that just have the plasma Medbed. They don't also have the EE. And I called them and I said, I need to know, I don't want to give false hope to my members with cancer. I need to know, is this in fact helping them? And, oops, I said the C word way too much so far. I hope they don't take us down because I said the C word too much. But anyway, I called, and one man told me how he had a man that within a year healed of pancreatic C. And there was a woman who healed her. She was doing a few weeks every day. She did 5 times a year, 2 to 3 weeks, 5 times a year, every day. And I think maybe even the morning and the afternoon, I'm not sure. Breast cancer was gone.
Wow.
There was another man who had cancer, who had the C word.
Yeah, that's okay.
He did the radiation and the chemo, and then it came back. And he did the radiation and the chemo, and it came back. And they wanted him to go through the same treatment again, and he said, no, I'm not crazy. Yeah. And he bought himself the plasma Medbed, and he's been C-free for 18 months. So again, this is not just good for people who are suffering with the illness that starts with the letter C. This is good for everyone. I'm focusing on this because this is where my heart is, and they're the people that need us the most. So now we also have Darlene. We have some BioWell results from Darlene showing different things. Darlene is somebody that's been coming to us since I think February, or maybe March or April. I'm not exactly sure. And she was very, very, very fearful that she wasn't going to live. And this is after just one treatment of the EE and the plasma Medbed. And what this is showing you on the before, you can see that her chakras are out of alignment.
Yeah.
But you can also see that they're all different sizes. Ideally, you want the chakras to be pretty much lined up like they are in the after. You want them to be kind of in the center of the body and down. But definitely within, I don't know if your people can see, there's like pale green just in the borders of the body. Yeah, it's in the picture, but it's very hard to see because it's a very pale green. Yeah. But it basically is the shoulder width of the body. You want the chakras to be in there, but you want them to be as aligned as possible, and you want them to be all about the same size. So it's aligned and balanced. If you go to the after, and this again is after 2 hours of, wait, don't move it yet. The 2 hours of the EE system and 1 hour of it might even have been a half hour of the plasma Medbed. She is much more in alignment, and they're almost all the same size, with the exception of the one that's out of the border a little bit. So
Yeah.
that shows the chakras and the balance. Now there's another scan of Darlene showing her energy, and that is the one with all the fancy. There you go.
Yeah.
Now the one to the left is the before, and you see there's like a little at the bottom right there. You got it.
Yeah, right
Bottom,
there.
there's a space, and then up to the top on the right hand side of that same figure, there's a little space. There's a couple spaces where it's not all even, right? If you go
Yeah.
a little bit. So her
Okay.
joules, her energy, we measured in joules. That's 33. And if you go to the other one, it's like 55, I think. Don't quote me on the 55. I'm forgetting. But there's no spaces. It's
No.
much more even.
Solid and good, strong. Yeah.
We had a woman come in yesterday, very, very struggling, very, very much, very, very tearful. Her energy scan, her joules, this Darlene's before looks really good compared to this woman's. It was like at a 19. It's at a 19. She had so many gaps, and they were so short. And then after 2 hours of just the EE system, she's going to do the plasma Medbed the next time. She was up to 40, and it was all even.
Oh wow!
It was a huge difference. In her before looked terrible. In fact,
oh my God,
the owner said he'd never seen anybody in his history of using this whose energy was that low.
Oh man, isn't that something?
So yeah, we show the audience that to let them see the proof. And we're not speaking words here.
Exactly.
These quantum energy technologies, I hope and I pray, will be the future of medicine.
Me too. And I believe it. I know that it is. Just have a knowing. And I also want to show that video. It's another testimony. I shared it, but we've got to watch this, guys. In case you didn't see it, you've got to see it now. Let's see where I put this. It's on my own page because I shared it. So hold on one second. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here we go. Let's watch this together. It's amazing.
George Falcone. I'm here at the Boundless Love and Light Wellness Center in Hillsborough, New Jersey, and I'm just here to share my testimony with you tonight and share particularly about my son, Bo. We've been coming here by the grace of God since February. We've been sleeping once a week in the Scalar Energy Technology here in Hillsborough. And I'll introduce my son, Bo, to you. Come here, Bo. Just say hi to everybody. I'll explain to you about Bo. And can you see him? Say hi. Hi, Bo. Well, so we're here for another Wednesday night sleepover. That's good. Thank you. I'll share with Bo his disorder that he was born with. It's called Carnes-Sayre syndrome. This is a DNA mitochondrial related disorder that affects his growth, his eyesight, his ATP cycle. And he's currently in CHOP, Philadelphia, in a study group with about 30 or 40 children and young adults. It's a fairly new diagnosis, and it's, like I said, a DNA-related disorder that's passed down through the generation and gets more corrupted with each generation, so they think. There's no cure, so they say. We've been sleeping in this technology since February. I'll tell you, we went to a doctor's appointment in CHOP the week before we started coming here. The previous doctor's appointment before that was a year before. In that whole year, he did not grow. He did not put on any weight, and his growth was basically stunted. He was a 13-year-old in a 7-year-old body. Very concerning, obviously. They have heart issues, eyesight issues, things to be concerned about. So we've been sleeping in this technology every Wednesday since February. Since February, 5 months, he's grown 4 inches and put on 10 pounds. An absolute miracle for someone with his diagnosis. And the only thing we did different is come here to this wonderful place. So it's truly a miracle, a gift from God. and he's doing real well.
Oh.
How you feeling, Bo, since you've been coming?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you had a little more energy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a lot easier to get up in the morning.
Right.
Since we started coming, I used to sleep till like maybe 12 in the day. Now I'm getting up at like 9.
Part of his disorder is a very lethargic. His ATP cycle's interrupted, so he doesn't have as much energy. He'll sleep 12 hours with no problem. But now he's getting up earlier. He has more energy throughout the day, and we're seeing amazing results. So
And
it's
how do you
really
feel
incredible.
about having grown?
Good.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Like 4 inches is a big deal. I used to be able to pick him up like, you know, he's got a little weight to him now. So it's an amazing place. Marie, thank you for everything. And guys, if there's anything that's not working for you in the traditional, treatment, you got to try to scale energy. You have to. It's amazing.
When I hear stories like this, it always brings tears to my eyes. We got so much good news just tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm like really, really grateful that you came and that, we get to share in the joy of you and you. Really happy that we get to share in your joy. And I'm so happy that we were a part of helping you. So thank you.
We're not out of the woods yet, but man,
Yes.
we are really making
Just
progress.
keep coming.
Aw. That is amazing. I love that. Just love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Man.
Yeah.
This
We had so many wonderful testimonies that night. That's when we learned that Darlene and William's tumors had shrunk in half too. So
oh, wow. All at the same time. Aw.
yeah. So now Bo did not. He did not use the technology because we had just gotten it at the point of that video testimony.
Mhm.
But I think if he had been using the plasma medbed also, his results probably would have been a lot faster and
Yeah.
maybe even greater. So, I'm just really happy that we were able to add that technology. But you can see that if somebody makes a commitment to regularly coming,
Yes.
and Dr. Michael, who invented the EE system, says sleeping in it is the best way to heal because our body's already healing at night. So if people make the commitment, miracles can happen,
Definitely. Always.
My partners and I are committed to making it work where if people, because there aren't a lot of centers with the plasma medbed, and I don't know that there's any with the EE system and the plasma medbed. We are committed to making it work for people with serious illnesses. If they want to come spend a week retreat, they could use the BioWell and the EE and the plasma medbed. Sometimes we do sound bowl classes. Every other Sunday, we do like a community event with our members. So that would be a way for them to heal something that's more serious or more chronic. And, you have the name and number of my center is probably below in the notes. So
Oh, yeah. It will.
people can't afford to buy the plasma medbed. I mean, for people who have healing centers, this is the best addition you can offer to
Yeah.
the people that come to your center. What we call them members because we're a ministry, but this is the best technology according to the inventor and the man who sells it. Like this is the closest we're going to get to med beds until the med beds come out.
Exactly.
So,
yes. And
so
yeah.
people that have healing centers, the website is plasmamedbed.com. Please only email us if you want to purchase, because we did one video and got like 500 responses.
Oh, man.
I'll give you the cost right up front, so that if you can't afford it, just find a place, that may have it. It's with the coupon, and Arcana will have a coupon down below as well. With a coupon code, it will be 28,888.17. That's the 888 infinity and the 0.17. So it's just about $29,000. Plus, if it's in the United States, it's about 500 shipping. If it's out of the country, it's about 1,000 shipping, because it's created in, it's manufactured in Canada. So if you want to purchase it for your healing center, or you can afford to purchase it for your home and you're very sick, or you just want to live a very high quality life, you would go to plasmamedbed.com. Again, I'm going to beg people. We were so overwhelmed. I was working 24 hours a day to get back to people. We had so many responses, and 90% of them couldn't afford it at this time.
Yeah.
We do have financing if somebody really needs it. We do have financing. So, that's an option.
Mm-hmm.
But the price is, $29,000 plus shipping, with the coupon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our goal is to get this technology out to the world, because personally, I don't believe that most of the pharmaceuticals work.
No.
I think too many people are getting their gallbladders and their livers and their kidneys removed when they maybe don't need to.
Right. I agree. Yep.
I had a man in the very beginning of my opening who had cancer in his kidneys. And I think he also had it throughout his body. And he had come to us, and they had already removed one kidney, and they wanted to remove the other. And he wasn't in this country, he was out of the country. So when he went back to his country, he felt amazing. He dramatically changed. Emotion, mood, physical energy level, amazing changes. He came every day for 2 hours for like 5 weeks. And however, when he went back to his country, they told him he still had cancer.
Oh.
He let them, the C word,
It's okay.
C word. They removed his other kidney, and he went into a coma.
Oh,
And he
man.
passed away. So I'm all for alternatives to removing an organ, or, if somebody doesn't want the chemo and the radiation, let's change the world. Let's heal the world the right way, with no drugs, with no poisons, with all the poisons that are in our drugs.
Yeah, seriously.
With proper nutrition, like, as you say, with proper nutrition, The man who we showed earlier, Jerry eats very healthy.
Yeah. Now he's doing good now. Yeah. Amazing.
He's drinking celery juice. He's eating a lot of vegetables. He's eating a lot of, not too many fruit. The sweet fruit maybe aren't good for the C.
Yeah.
But he's eating very, very healthy.
He's doing good. Very good. And as well as good old Mel out there, Mel Carmine, shout out.
Yes. And what I'm really happy about is, although Mel didn't have a center open yet, so Jerry came to stay with us, but Mel's going to open.
Yes.
Hopefully in early August, maybe even the end of July. And eventually he's going to have the Plasma Medbed and the EE system. Jerry can go stay there, and Jerry can get a complete recovery, in my opinion, by going to Staying Alive. And it's with 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Melbourne, New Jersey. Their carpeting is being laid down right now. They're just waiting for the delivery of the EE system and the Plasma Medbed, and he's good to go.
Definitely. I know. I'm so excited. I'll be at the grand opening.
So will I.
Yeah, you will be too. So early August. We don't have a set date yet, correct?
Right. No.
Okay, not yet, but it's coming. It's very soon. It's around the corner. But it's under maintenance, his site. But there it is. It's really cute. Yes, I'm so excited. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying it out there myself for the treatments too. Everything. Yeah.
Have you tried either of them yet?
No, so I'll be.
Oh my goodness!
I'll be a guinea pig for.
You're in for a treat.
Yes, I can't. Yeah, it'll be my first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's where I'm going. But thank you for everything you're doing for humanity. You're trying to heal the world. And definitely that's part of my mission here on the Earth plane too.
That's right. That's what we're here on Earth to do, right? We're here to help each other. Exactly. And thank you so much, because you don't know the value you just have in people's lives. By interviewing me, there's so many more people can now start to heal with this new technology, because there'll be more centers that have it. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome, and you will be back again. I'll have you on again, because as you get this out to the world, there's going to be more up and coming things that we can talk about. And I love watching the videos of the results, just so touching and beautiful. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes. But is there anything else that you would like to share?
No, if I can just repeat that if you want to purchase it and you can afford the let's say $30,000, go to plasmamedbed.com. If you can't afford it, please, just because we're so overwhelmed, and we want to help the people that really need it. So it gets in the way of us getting it to somebody who needs it sooner. If you want to do like a retreat a week-long retreat or longer, you can look at my website, boundlessloveandlightwellness.com, and the phone number will be below as well. And of course, if you're in the Florida area, Mel will have both of these technologies, and that is Staying Alive with 2 Eyes.com in Melbourne, Florida. So I think that's everything. And then, of course, you want to add the nutrition. You're using,
of course, yes. Everyone, all of you are already using, most of all of you are already using Ascent Nutrition. So all those links are still going to be below the video. But yeah, it goes hand in hand. You got to take care of the insides as well. And then add on this beautiful technology, and there you go. So I'm going to be the guinea pig for all of that, because I take all the Ascent products, plus I'll be doing all this technology. So I can't wait to see my before and afters.
Oh, maybe I get to see it.
Yeah, and I'll reveal it, guys. I'll show it. Yeah, pretty cool. But thank you all for watching. And this concludes our little episode, our first episode together. But you guys have a beautiful rest of your day or wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one.